In a typical year, Republican gubernatorial challenger Dan Forest and Democratic U.S. Senate challenger Cal Cunningham might have good shots at defeating incumbents Roy Cooper and Thom Tillis. But 2020 is anything but typical. Not a great year to be a challenger in politics, is it?
I mean, it's difficult. I mean, challengers already have an uphill battle trying to get public attention. That's true in any year for challengers. That is doubly or triply true this year.
First off, the state's orders limiting large gatherings will prevent rallies that challengers can use to get their names and ideas out to voters.
As safe as possible.
And at the same time, COVID-19 has turned the spotlight on the people currently in office, particularly Governor Roy Cooper.
He claims the spotlight sometimes almost every weekday or more. And so voters are certainly seeing him. It does become difficult for a challenger, in this case Dan Forest, to gain the spotlight, to build up name recognition.
Democratic Senate candidate Cal Cunningham, for better or worse, has his fate largely tied to presidential candidate Joe Biden.
The Tillis-Cunningham race is a generic R, generic D race. And I think you could look at who's going to win between Trump and Biden in this state, and the numbers are going to be very close to they're going to track very closely in the Cunningham-Tillis.
Senate races almost always follow the outcome of a presidential race. In fact, in 2016, every single Senate race lined up with every single outcome of a presidential race in that state. That's not at all the case for governors.
That's true. In 2016, for example, of the 12 states that had gubernatorial races, nearly half, including in North Carolina, the state voted for one party in the presidential race and the other party for governor. But as we said, 2020 is not a typical year. The coronavirus pandemic has changed everything, including politics.
Forest has more of a problem because Cooper has been benefiting, at least so far, from people's support, the kind of rally around the flag effect that a lot of governors have been getting.
Particularly when you're in a crisis situation, or in an emergency situation, voters really get to see their governor acting in an executive capacity. And so it allows them to actually assess their governor on their merits, not just on what party they're a member of.
That can be a two-edged sword for Governor Roy Cooper. If generally people think he did well, it's great. If people don't think he did well, it's trouble.
Voters are generally willing to give the benefit of a doubt to an executive acting in a crisis situation. They see someone exercising strong leadership. There are limits to that, though.
Just how limited that is, we'll find out in November. Bob Buckley, Fox 8 News.